Steve Evans, first of all, hope you're feeling better after a pulsating 2-2 draw on Tuesday night against Peterborough.
Yeah, it was a brilliant evening at Lamex, wasn't it? You know, we started really well. I think Posh did as well. First 10 minutes, they made a couple of half chances. We get two fantastic goals, two really expertly taken goals to put us 2-0 ahead. Probably could be 3 ahead. You know, Jamie Reed's little chance with his little top up, good save from the goalkeeper. We go on a half time, and we spoke about not giving the team oxygen, and repeating myself now, but they get an early goal and we could defend it better. They get the second one, and you think, right, okay, is it onside, is it offside? You live by the decisions of assistant referees and fine margins, but the video clearly shows he's offside, and once again the Football League have confirmed that he's offside if VR are in the game, but they're not in the game. So listen, I think a 2-2 draw was fair, a point against a really good side like Peterborough. We could have no complaints. We were second best in a lot of the evening, and by far number one in a lot of other parts of the evening. So, and I had a beer with Darren afterwards, Darren Ferguson, who said the same thing. I think, without a shadow of a doubt, he's proud of his players for different reasons. I'm proud of mine. Unusual for both managers to leave the stadium thinking that's exactly fair what happened tonight. So no complaints about the officials because it's such a fine margin with the second goal. And fine margins not to give us a penalty in the last kick almost with Elliott. But over the piece, we say I'd share the points against a really good team like that allows us to move on with positive thoughts after what's been a brilliant period for the boys.
And here we are, December 1st, 20 games in, 4th in League One. Couldn't really go much better for this side, could it?
They've been incredible. It could have been better because we've let some points drift, as you know. And there's some games that still stick in our mind a little bit. And but they always will. And there's games for different reasons. When we win the game and we score late, or we play really well, and you know, like when we go to Wickham, we control the play and things like that. So the win against Derby's always special. So 20 games in, let's go back to the 17th of March last. You know, what was it, 2021? Was it 22? 20, whatever it is, you know better than me. When we joined the football club and we're fighting to stay in March 22. My grandson's birthday, little Joseph, and you're thinking, there we go, the view within the club is we'll be in the National League. The boys were incredible in that spell. Some left us, some new boys come in, brilliant League Two. And everyone thinks, right, here's the ceiling, they're going to come crashing off it, and they've done great. But we don't for 1 minute change your thought process to, I said before, that if we went back a few weeks ago when we were 5th in League One, I think we got up a place, but when we were 5th, I spoke about if they went back almost a year to the day, Cambridge United were 5th. They've stayed up on the last day of the season. They've since got rid of or sacked a young manager who I think really high of in Mark Bonner. It's an absolute travesty that he's lost his job, considering it's a first rocky spell that he has. But in the same token, I understand why Paul and the chairman and the board and everyone at Cambridge United makes a decision, because League One is such a great prize if you've been in League Two. So it's a word of cautionary note to the dressing room, to us as staff, that you can't lay on your laurels in League One because everyone's waiting to bite you and take the points from you. So, but this week we have a break from that. We have the magic of the FA Cup. We have Port Vale. We shared the spoils with them not so long ago here at the Lamex in a 0-0 draw. I shared the points. I think that was fair on the day when you look back as well. And it'll be a really tough ask for us to get over this hurdle again.
As you said, it's a break from the league. It's a bit of a change of focus, but I suppose you're still set up in the same way you would for a league game. You still want to win the same way you want to do for a league game.
Oh, listen, yeah. I think if you wake up every day and a lot of people who don't know you want to get beat. You know, it's just the nature of football, isn't it? Happens all around the country. If you wake up and you're a massive Arsenal fan, you want Man City not to win the raffle, don't you? Even if they put 3 million in the raffle, you don't want them to win it. And vice versa. It's just the way football works. We know that Andy Crosby will have Port Vale set up in a real meticulous fashion. We know they gave us some problems in different areas in the draw here at the Lamex recently. They've got good players on the coach that will come with them. They've got, like we have here at Stevenage, we have a fantastic owner and our chairman, and they have a fantastic owner and Karen, husband, and the family that own Port Vale. So it's going to be really tough, but we're in a good place. We couldn't train because of the weather in the last couple of days, but the ground staff have worked wonders since yesterday, and they've got us on the grass, which will be on about half an hour which is really essential going ahead of such an important fixture, because FA Cup third round is the one that everyone wants to get to, and for us to get to that, we need to deal with Port Vale, which is in isolation really tough.
And just finally, one player missing from Tuesday night was Foster Caskey. Is there an update on him? And the likes of Dan Sweeney and Harry Anderson are there?
Yeah,
closer?
Anderson and Sweeney are training. They're training with the group today. Does Saturday come a bit too early for them in the sense that we've tried to for some training ground games earlier in the week? We couldn't get one because we had our own Tuesday fixture. That made it more difficult, so that might be a little bit of push. Jake Foster Caskey is expected to train, but we need him to train at maximum 100%. Jake's top player for us, and when he's come into the side, he's really added something that we don't have when he's not in the group, if you like. So he'll have a chance, but again, will be no risks. That doesn't mean the FA Cup is any less important. League One, it's not, but there'll be zero risk. But we now enter a period of football when we go from the FA Cup on tomorrow, and then we quickly go into really tough run of games on quick succession, you know. And if you look at what faces us, we've Burton, we've got Exeter, we've got Barnsley, we've got Northampton and Cambridge derbies, we've got Portsmouth. It's a fantastic run of games, and brilliant if you support Stevenage. These are great games.
And Nathan Thompson obviously took a big whack to the face. How is he?
Yeah, Nathan's fine. Listen, it was a blow. He's put his face in front of a rock out of a shot, and he's took it face on. And I think he was a bit unsteady last couple of days ago. Well, I was speaking to him on WhatsApp yesterday, and he was back moving around. We gave him a couple of days just to be making sure that he's good to go, and makes a big tick versus all the protocol issues that medically we need to take. But you know, in my dressing room, my teams, if you like, there is zero risk when it comes to the health and wealth, or the health, not so much the wealth of the players. We have zero risk. The mental well-being, the health is number one in these real tough times for every young person in the world.
And it's FA Cup, it's round 2, but it's such a big game because the reward of a round 3 fixture is just unbelievable for this football club.
2 odds, Aston Villa.